let's practice yoga. We're going to begin by tuning in, connecting with our breath, having this brief present moment to look inward. So close the eyes once you have found a position of comfort and connect with the breath. Be aware of the air that is directly in front of your face, touching on your skin. And draw that air in through your nostrils. And experience the sense of lift and elevation that it gives. You can journey with the breath down the back of the throat, moving down deeper as you draw it into your lungs, and your lungs burst into life. They inflate from bottom to top, and the chest rises and the rib cage opens to make way for the expanding lungs. And then the experience of release takes place as the body, the breathing apparatus, lets go of the breath. And whilst this happens, there is no need to slump or collapse. Merely surrender. Think about the skin on your face and allow it to soften. Relax the jawline, unclench your teeth, and remain observant of this during your practice. For concentration will often make you hold the breath or grit the teeth, and you want to avoid these things. You want to remain calm and composed, soft and relaxed, yet vibrant and energetic as you practice. So let's open the eyes, bring the hands underneath the knees and draw the knees together, bring the feet together in front of you and give yourself a hug. Draw the heels in a bit closer and give yourself a hug. And then we're going to turn ourselves sideways to begin where we left off yesterday with the boat posture, strengthening our core. So this time we're going to commence the position from the foundation pose of Dandasana, staff posture. Extend your legs out in front of you, bring your hands either side of your hips, rise up through the torso, straighten the arms, see if you can lock out the elbows. And if you feel that you have a bit of a rounded spine and your posture is still a little bit slumped, you can take the right hand and grab the flesh of your right buttock and draw it up into the small of your back. Avoid pulling it out to the side. You want to pull it up into the small of your back, and it actually helps tip you forward onto the base of the pubis, the ischium. And then do the same on the left buttock. Unclench the teeth. And then we're going to take a breath in and we're going to drop the trunk of the body back about 30 degrees. Now you want to feel that the heart is still lifting, that the spine is nice and straight, and then see if you can raise those legs to eye level so the eye line looks down towards the toes. And then gently lower and bring yourself back to Dandasana. And then let's bring the arms parallel, and we want to keep both sides of the body parallel as we drop the spine back, breathe in and raise the toes. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And then bring yourself back to Dandasana. A nice deep breath in and out. Reconnect. Remember, your breath is your guide. And let's try that once more. So we're going to raise the hands. If you find that it's a bit easier at the moment to keep your hands connected with the mat, then do so. If not, we'll raise them parallel, a breath in, we'll drop the spine back 30 degrees, raise the feet about 60, and breathe. Unclench your teeth. Raise the heart, lift it up, and then gently release and bring the hands beside you. Now let's counter that with a nice forward flexion. So we'll release the hands away from the mat, we'll link the thumbs, raise the arms above the head, nice deep breath in as you lift and pick up around the pelvic girdle and the waist. And then hinge over, bringing the trunk of the body towards the thighs. Avoid rounding the spine too much. If you feel like you're a bit like this, you need to rise up through the spinal cord, soften those shoulders, and really get the movement from the origin, which is down here in the hips. This is where you want to work from. So it's better to be here, following the breath and allowing it to release you and surrender you upon every exhalation. It's better to be here than here, because if you're rounding your shoulders, you'll be crushing your ribs down into your belly, which will stop the flow of blood, the oxygen getting into all those deep, dark recesses inside. So just take a beautiful forward flexion. If you can't touch the toes yet, no problem. You can rest your hands onto your shins. You could rest your hands, your arms, your forearms beside your legs. You could have a cushion across your shins to rest the head. However you find is comfortable for your practice today. Unclench your teeth. And then pulling the tummy in, we'll restack the bones of the vertebral column, 33 of them, until we're once again sitting in Dandasana. So now we're going to practice a twist, and twists are really good for massaging our internal organs. They aid the digestion and so many other benefits. But we're going to do Maricyasana, the name of a sage. So let's take a breath in, and we're going to bend our right knee and bring our right foot to rest in line with the inner left knee. Again, we'll rise up through the trunk of the body, creating space, and we're going to bring our right hand inside, well, our right arm inside of our right knee, and we're going to stretch forward almost as if we're wanting to reach those left toes. Again, if you can't reach the left toes, that's fine. You could rest onto the shin. Be aware that the right knee stays in line with your right shoulder rather than allowing the knee to drop out too far. It's going to possibly want to drop out, so use the inner thigh to keep it engaged. You're then going to rotate the right arm anti-clockwise so that the right hand, the palm faces down to the floor and then rotates round up to the ceiling. And you're going to bring that right arm as far forward around the right shin as you can, so that you can then bend that right forearm back across the right leg. And the right fingertip should be coming onto near the right hip now. And then we'll extend that left arm forward, we'll breathe in, we'll create as much space as possible, and then we're going to bring that left arm all the way round, bend it back upon itself, to come round to connect with the right hand. No judgment if this is unavailable to you right now. You could always use a belt. Remember to have a belt in each hand, and then you can use that as a bridge to bring those hands together. And try and rise up through the torso in the fullness of the position, and enjoy the breath. And then gently release and extend the right leg to straighten. Give a little bit of a shake in between if you need to. And then we'll go on the other side. We'll breathe in, draw the left knee in towards us. Find that nice foundation of your position, both sit bones fully connected with the mat. Let's rise up through the torso and extend our left arm forward, looking toward reaching the right toes. And indeed, if you can reach them, you can hold just while you adjust and adapt yourself. You're then going to rotate that left hand clockwise. So the thumb of the left hand will revolve down towards the floor and then continue so that the palm of the hand raises up towards the ceiling. And then bend that arm back upon itself so it comes outside of the left leg. Your left fingertips almost reaching towards the left hip. With the right arm, we'll stretch it forward, create space, lift, and then swim that arm the whole way round until it connects with the left hand, or indeed your belt or strap. Rise up through the torso and scan the body for any pockets of flesh that may be a little sluggish, trying to hide away. Engage and activate them. Turn and look over the right shoulder. Breathe fully and completely. And then release and return to Dandasana, staff posture. You might like to shake your legs out a little. And then we're going to move into Maricyasana. This is head to knee posture, and we will be drawing one leg in and allowing the knee to relax out to the side. Now, if you find that when you do this, let's take a breath in and draw the heel of the right foot right up to the pubis. Now, if you find that once you're here, this right knee is hanging about in mid-air, use a cushion, grab yourself a cushion and give it some support. As soon as the limb feels supported, it will take a sigh of relief and it will relax, and then that's when further flexibility is enabled. You want to get the trunk of the body now central over the straight leg. So your left leg is straight in front of you. Lift the toes up to the ceiling, maybe even draw the toes back towards the trunk of the body, because the aim of the stretch is to touch on the toes, and if your toes are pointing far away from you, it makes it further that you have to reach. So engage the left leg to assist in the posture. Let's link the thumbs, and again check whether you link the same way every time, and if so, can you swap the thumbs over? It'll feel a little bit strange. Breathe in, raise the hands up. Be aware as well that when you do raise the hands up, you don't bring the shoulders up. Keep the shoulders soft and relaxed, and lift from down in the pelvic region, the tummy. Lift the flesh on the sides of the body, and then hinge forward. And as you hinge forward, take it nice and slow so that you can check that your shoulders remain level as you bend forward. There may be a tendency to take the left side forward further and the right shoulder ends up higher. So you want to adjust and adapt. Keep both sit bones connected with the mat, and stretch and extend the body forward. So the aim is to bring the nose down towards the knee or the shin. Don't judge yourself in your present practice too harshly. If you're here, that's fine, as long as you feel a nice sense of alignment, spaciousness, flow of breath, then you're on the right path. Unclench the teeth and surrender into the position. And then gently pulling the tummy in to secure and strengthen the spine as you rise up. And release that right leg. Again, a little bit of a shake if you want. And then we'll prepare to go onto the other side. So we're going to draw the heel of the left foot as close into our pubis as we can. We make sure that our left leg is supported, whether that's on the mat or with a cushion underneath. Take time to adjust, make any adaptations to your foundation position, and then we will link the thumbs. We'll keep the shoulders soft and away from the ears as we raise the hands, and we'll lift internally, pulling pubis up to navel, navel to breastbone. We'll lift the hips away from the femurs and we'll hinge over. We'll engage and activate the right leg to help with the position. We'll check that our shoulders are level as we reach forward. And then we'll listen to the breath. We'll observe the self in the shape that we have made. And then we shall walk the hands back towards our central point, and we'll release the left leg, extend it forwards, give them both a little bit of a shake, and then we'll bring ourselves round to sit in a cross-legged position briefly, just to check in, tune in, reconnect with your natural rhythmic breath. And then let's bring the soles of the feet to touch. You might want to adjust here by just taking your hands either side of your hips, lifting your buttocks from the floor, tilting your pelvis, and then placing them back down. Link the fingers, bring them around the feet, rise up through the torso, relaxing your groins, front and back. You have two sets of groins, front and back. And then gently allow those knees to flicker up and down, the butterfly. You might like to again close the eyes and tune in. Really freeing up and mobilizing the hips. And then opening the eyes. Another breath in to create space. And then we're going to hinge forward, bringing the torso between the legs. We're going to draw the elbows in front of the shins. Take your time to tune in with your inhalations and exhalations, and just observe. No force is necessary. Quieten the mind and be watchful. And then very gently bring the chin into the chest, round yourself upwards, and then you might like to extend the legs, give them a little bit of a shake before coming once again into a cross position. Rest the hands on the knees, either palms down or palms up, whichever feels good for you in this present moment. Close the eyes and take a precious moment to really experience how you are feeling. And know that sitting quietly with your eyes closed, observing the breath, is one of the best tonics that you can give yourself. Clear the mind of any thoughts. Simply journey with your breath to a place of your choosing. And there you will find a sense of peace. Gently bring the palms of the hands together at the heart. Be thankful for your practice. Be grateful for all that you have. and enjoy your precious time. And remember, yoga is good for you.